WrestleRanters? I'm your host here today, Graham GSM Matthews, Bleacher Report featured columnist level 2. And for the premiere edition of WrestleRant of 2012, I have not been posting for the past week and a half. I do apologize for that. I had an extremely busy winter break over the past couple of days. So I am back today for January 2nd, 2012 for the review of last week's World of Wrestling, all the latest news going into tonight's Monday Night Raw, and all my predictions as to who January 2nd, 2012 will eventually reveal to be. The debut of Brodus Clay here tonight, Punk versus Ziggler for the WWE Championship, and much, much more. I did not post since December 23rd, as I just said before. So I would like to wish you all a happy holidays. I hope you all had an extremely awesome Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever holiday you do indeed celebrate. But I am back here today for another electric edition of WrestleRant to review all the latest wrestling. So let's get right down to it. Last week's Monday Night Raw was not a bad edition, I would say. It was decently enjoyable. We had a notable return from R-Truth, returning from injury, and therefore turning babyface on former tag team partner The Miz. As far as that goes, I'm not extremely excited to see R-Truth working as a babyface, but I mean, I guess it's something that has to be done in order for Truth to get his vengeance on The Miz for attacking the former rapper last month, or back in November on Raw. So this is not a feud that I am excited about, seeing since that Truth and Miz have feuded before back in 2010 over the United States Championship, so this is not something I want to see again, done once again. So as far as that goes, we'll see that culminate at the Royal Rumble, I believe. Also on that Raw, we saw the gauntlet match between CM Punk, Jack Swagger, Dolph Ziggler, and Mark Henry, and it only went up to Dolph Ziggler because Dolph Ziggler picked up the upset pinfall over Punk after John Laurinaitis distracted CM Punk to give Ziggler the victory. Now, I am extremely excited. This is very good booking here. I am extremely excited to see Dolph Ziggler in the World Championship picture in the first match of 2012, or what is believed to be the first match of 2012, over the WWE Championship, much like it was in 2011. But Ziggler has worked extremely hard over the past year, over the course of 2011. He has worked his ass off to get where he is right now in the World Championship picture. So hopefully we see him get the most out of this opportunity on tonight's Monday Night Raw for the WWE Championship. An extremely good showing against CM Punk could hopefully solidify him in place in the main event position on Raw, and hopefully continue in the angle for the WWE Championship. And then later that night we had John Cena and CM Punk, the latest with Kane, the latest with CM Punk. John Cena and Kane, the latest with John Cena and Kane in their latest saga, with Kane having the crowd to miserably chant, Cena sucks, because I know most of the crowd did not chant that. They chanted, let's go Cena. That was mostly the females and the children, but, you know, you get the point that that chant failed miserably. But anyway, I think this is very intriguing, especially going into the first edition of 2012 for Monday Night Raw. John Cena turning heel, I don't believe it. They've given us numerous opportunities for Cena to turn heel, and they've just dropped the ball every single time. So to see John Cena turn heel, I mean, it would be a huge shocker. I'd be marking out, but I do not believe it's going to happen anytime soon. But I think they're just teasing us for it for right now. I believe this is all just being done in order to hype his match with The Rock at WrestleMania 2018, just to get the fans behind John Cena. I surely hope that he indeed turns heel in coming weeks, but that remains to be seen. Then also on TNA Impact last week, we had a very solid edition. Although the overbooked finishes were a bit annoying, we did have another solid edition with the Knockouts main eventing that episode, which is something that is very, very rare in TNA. We did see that in 2010 with Tara and Mickie James in the Steel Cage match, and we saw that in the final Impact of 2011 with Mickie James contending for the Knockouts Championship against Gail Kim in the main event of the show. Now, the match was very, very good. Mickie James and Gail Kim have excellent chemistry. I was a little disappointed at the finish with Madison Rayne interfering, but you know, it's TNA, so what can you expect? Besides that, I thought it was a pretty solid addition. We had more from Bobby Roode and apparently his cousin, I can't remember his name at the moment, but that was also pretty well done, especially with the running of Jeff Hardy. So hopefully we see more from that in coming weeks going into 2012 for TNA Impact Wrestling. Then on SmackDown, we had another enjoyable edition of Friday nights. We had what did we have? We had Drew McIntyre return to Friday nights. We had Goldust return without his makeup on to confront Cody Rhodes and Booker T. That was the highlight of the night for me. Extremely strong segment, hyping this week's Intercontinental Championship match. We had more from Big Show and Daniel Bryan, the whole saga between those two. I do believe that Big Show will turn heel at some point in the next couple of weeks. I surely hope so, not Daniel Bryan, because Bryan is now getting over with the fans as the world champion, so hopefully they don't turn him heel. And in the main event, we had... what did we have in the main event of SmackDown? I can't remember. Oh, yes, the Falls Count Anywhere match between Wade Barrett and Randy Orton. Now, Randy Orton is now injured. That is another breaking news story. He is not suspended, much on the contrary, because a lot of people believed he was suspended, as it was posted on a forum or something like that. That was shit. But I would love to see Randy Orton suspended for the next 6 months. But that's only me. But he is injured for the next couple of weeks, next couple of months. I am not completely sure. The span of injury has been differed on multiple occasions over the last couple of days, so I'm not extremely sure. Not 100% sure as to how long Orton is injured for. But that match is pretty solid for what it was, even though it did not end. This gives Wade Barrett a lot of momentum going into 2012, continuing to be Barrett Barrage. So I am really excited to see that continue as Barrett continues to provide being a strong heel on Friday nights. Hopefully they just kill time for him before he eventually wins the Rumble in a couple of weeks. Hopefully he does win the Rumble, or Sheamus, or Dolph Ziggler, or Cody Rhodes. I'm not entirely sure, but I do hope it is a young star, much like it was in 2011 with Alberto Del Rio. So yes, on this week's Monday Night Raw, in only a number of hours, we will see the WWE Championship defended between CM Punk and Dolph Ziggler. I am extremely excited for that match. That looks to be like an excellent match between those two young stars. Dolph Ziggler, this could be a shining moment, and then just a test run for Ziggler, and to see if he can truly shine in the main event level. And if he does succeed tonight in getting over with the fans and getting the praise of backstage officials, hopefully this is a main event position to stay for Dolph Ziggler. And this is only the first of many title matches that he will receive in 2012. So as far as that goes, I do believe that Punk will retain the WWE Championship. Also, in another World Championship match this week, we have Daniel Bryan defending against the Big Show. Now, I do hope that Daniel Bryan retains the World Championship. I do believe he will. Big Show, I hope he turns heel this week, but if he doesn't this week, hopefully sometime before the Royal Rumble, before he gets his rematch. So that looks to be like a good bout. A David versus Goliath-like rivalry. So I'm really excited for that, as well as the Intercontinental Championship match between Booker T and Cody Rhodes. I do see Cody Rhodes retaining here. I do like him as IC champion. Booker T has no reason to win the championship, but if he does win the title, then I will be marking out regardless. So hopefully that turns out to be a well-written storyline with Rhodes going over, maybe with the help of Goldust or something. Goldust interferes. Then is the next feud with Cody Rhodes over the IC title. That is another dream feud that I am really looking forward to. Not really looking forward to, I should say. So also on tonight, Monday Night Raw, we will see the reveal, or the debut, I should say, of Brodus Clay. Now, Brodus Clay has not been seen on television since his WWE Superstars days a number of months ago, and they continue to drop the ball in his debut, and they are finally debuting him tonight on Raw. Hopefully this is... Hopefully they do follow through on this. I mean, I have promised to flip out on spoilers, my spoilers podcast, if Brodus Clay does not indeed debut tonight. He has a lot of potential. I have no idea why they haven't debuted him already. So they really need to capture that tonight and just have Brodus Clay just rip the hell out of everything in the ring, just destroy everything and everyone in his path tonight on Raw in order to get him some legitimate heat, if anyone remembers his debut at all. Also tonight on Raw, we have the reveal of the January 2nd videos, the vignettes that we've been seeing over the past couple of weeks on Raw. Now, there is strong speculation that it is Chris Jericho. I do believe as well. I have my Save Us Y2J penning on right now. I will be in a little bit watching my Chris Jericho DVD. I will be having a Jera marathon the next couple of hours. And waiting for the review of Chris Jericho. Now, I do believe it's Chris Jericho, given the verbiage in the vignettes. I do strongly believe it is Chris Jericho in the promos. Now, there has been other rumors that it's Brodus Clay. No, I don't see why it would be Brodus Clay, since he is debuting tonight on Monday Night Raw. Anyways, so I don't think it's Brodus Clay. Skip Sheffield is another potential candidate. I don't think so. Skip Sheffield is highly forgotten by a lot of members of the WWE Universe. Not by the IWC. I am a fan of Skip Sheffield. I will not be shooting myself if it is Skip Sheffield, but a lot of people will be disappointed, obviously, if it's not Jericho. If it's The Undertaker, I will be extremely disappointed, because The Undertaker does not need these vignettes to be coming back to. There was a picture taken of Undertaker at the airport this morning, that he will be in Raw. I'm not too sure if that's 100% correct or not, but hopefully it isn't him, because he has nothing to do, and he is slightly injured, so he's not going to be doing anything until WrestleMania 28. So let's hope it is not The Undertaker. If it's Chris Jericho, I will be extremely, extremely excited, really, really intrigued as to how it's going to be Jericho versus Punk at WrestleMania 28 in a battle of the best in the world's superstars. So I'm extremely excited for that. What else? Yes, and also another thing, if you have already noticed, I am not in my usual setting for WrestleRant, as I just got a new laptop for Christmas. So please excuse that. I am trying to fix out the bugs that I have with my webcam, and hopefully I can get back to the usual setting in the next couple of editions. So please bear with me on that. So after that, I believe that is all for this week's edition of WrestleRant. Oh, and also, last week we had on Spoilers, me and Ben Gartland, my broadcast partner, we had a professional wrestler by the name of Bold Dread come with us, and we did an exclusive interview with him. He is a wrestler in the Northeast area, and I was extremely excited to be interviewing him. So go back and check that out, as well as we will be interviewing another Northeast wrestling superstar by the name of Matt Taven in the next couple of weeks. That is, I believe, January, the third Thursday of January. So check that out. I did tweet a schedule on the Next Door Wrestling website of all the potential guest hosts for this month's Spoilers. So check that out, and if you want to schedule an appearance, just let me know at save_us_GSM on Twitter, or face Ben Gartland on Twitter as well. That's for Ben's Twitter account, so check that out. And I believe that is it for this week's Spoilers. As I just said, my Twitter handle, so go check that out. Tweet at me. I love to be wrestling with all you guys. I highly appreciate it. Check me out on Bleacher Report in the links below, at Graham GSM Matthews. What else? You can hit me up on Spoilers, or Spoilers Podcast. It's blogtalkradio.com/Spoilers Podcast for all the latest. Between me and Ben Gartland, we will be having a special edition this Thursday night at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, so I extremely hope that you go check that out. And besides that, and also check out my website, nextwrestling.weebly.com, for all the latest WWE, TNA rumors, recaps, and more. So with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoy your 2012. Have a very happy New Year, and I will be back with you in the next couple of days to review tonight's Electric edition of Monday Night Raw. So with all that being said, this is GSM signing out. Until then, guys.